minutes because I want to talk about my new body of work, my new collection, and how this all began. My dear friend and sister artist, Lynette Pradiga, I admire her art and her very much. She kind of pushed me into taking this 3-month intensive program called Art to Life. And I didn't even want to take a weekend workshop at the Hui. That was like too much. And yet, I delved into this not knowing I was going to be spending 25 hours a week doing it. But I just got completely immersed in this whole new world, this Art to Life world of abstracts. And since I didn't go to art school and I'm an outsider artist, quote unquote, I got some training that is the foundation for making art, about color, design, value, and space. And I'm still trying to learn how to have a quiet conversation more in my art, but we know that's a problem in life, so it's kind of like a reflection of my inner life is my outer life in my art. Which, if you look at the art, it's really, it comes from the inside out. I do not look at a tree and paint a tree. It's kind of, I like to pick colors and then play with them, and what I love that this gentleman, Nicholas Wilson, who's my new art guru, he taught us was that you take a board, and he likes 12 by 12, so I have a lot of 12 by 12, and you play for 1 or 2 layers of playing, and then you start finding things, and then you start texturing it, and then you start layering it, and then you be sure you have white, which is a color I never used at all. I have no white walls, I have no white clothes, I have nothing white in my life, but look, there's white in my art now, so there's a little bit of quiet conversation seeping in. And many people in the program, including him, are very minimalistic. And as those of you who know me, I'm kind of more like a maximalist. And I did a 3.5-month glitter fast, because this is kind of what I always did. It was solid glitter, and I decided not to use any glitter, to try to just learn a new process and not depend on my crutch. So I stopped having to say I'm a glitter artist and I'm just an artist now. And I got the confidence to feel stronger about just making art without having to accoutrement it with all the glitter, you know? Yes, there's collage and there's some of my photographs in here, and, you know, there's paper and there's even a napkins in this one down there, little pieces of napkins, but it's still coming from the inside out, and it's multiple layers and learning how to sand back and just find the hidden treasures underneath. And a lot of these is that mining. It's like mining and digging, you know, and Lynette would say more layers, and it's really fun because I have this other new friend who lives on the west side who took the Art to Life 3-month intensive, and then we went to Molokai for a week. We just were there October 26th at this retreat center, which was really challenging for me. Not just because I was the oldest, but it was a hard thing. They put me in a cabin in the woods with no bathroom. And anybody who knows me, that's just sort of not my style. I'm more like a camping at a hotel, a really nice hotel. But this new friend of mine from Lahaina had said she'd have my back. She's 10 years younger than me, and she's promised she'd have my back. And she switched rooms with me, so I was upstairs in the lodge, and I felt much more safe. And I had a bathroom right out there. 4 women shared a bathroom, 2 rooms, and it was still. And there were hills. I had to go up and down this 1/4 steep hill twice a day, 3 times a day, and you know, it was a challenge. And yet, I got so much out of it. I had to run to a dentist. I mean, there were like kerfuffles that happened. But you know, all in all, I'm so grateful to have spent that week. And actually, one of the people who was in the workshop came tonight. She's from Alaska, and they just left. And she and her boyfriend were coming back for a vacation. They come every year. And she came to see the show tonight. And it's amazing to be with a group of people. There were 13 of us students, several really high-end professional artists. And we all got along. There were no major egos. Nobody was hogging the time. And he was just such a delightful person to teach with. And you know, the challenges of 2 people painting on a table, a 4-foot table, is really hard when you're used to space and spreading out and paint everywhere. And but I made about 20 pieces. No, I made 14 pieces there. Wow. And of those, there's about 6 here, and then the others I made during the other CBP, and then these larger ones I made post CBP on my own with no, you know, just what I learned and trying to apply the principles of value design and loud and quiet conversation and layers and layers and texture. into a new way of working. And that's more fun for me, and you know, not trying to copy something. Or when I did the icon series, I had to like draw it, which is pain, and then I had to make sure everything looks right and get the. I would rather just have the freedom to be spontaneous and improvisational in my art, and so that's what I do. So thank you all for coming. Yay!
So what came first, your shoes or an art piece?
This came first. This is the last piece I did before I went to the 3 month intensive program. This art for life. And then I had the professional photograph shot, and then Lynette did the initial layout for me of the fabric, and then, you know, Jose and I. Anyway, that's how it happened. And then we ordered the shoes. This is my second pair of shoes that have my art on them. So somehow in my 70s I'm having more fun than ever. I don't know how that could happen. Thank you for all coming. I really appreciate it.
Good job
If
on
you
that.
could put a name to this exhibit, what would it be?
Breaking free.
Yes! Yeah, all right.
Breaking free. And it's freedom with control in a way. Just because I've learned things that make the left brain kick in. Like he tries to teach you to go right left, you know, and to play and then put your left brain on and think about what you have and try and restructure. So, you know, it's all a process. I mean, I don't feel like I've come anywhere. I'm just in the process of growing my art in a new phase. That's all.
For me, could I offer a toast to you?
Yeah.
For me, not only have you had a rebirth as an artist, but you've also been married for 20 years.
To this wonderful man of mine,
I'll
husband.
toast to that.
I want to thank Bootzie and Jim so much for their support and their showing my art. And Jim, I want you to know, he gave me his walls. Hey, Jim. Big thank you to Jim.
The wall.
What wall?
You donated,
The wall you gave her.
donated your wall.
That's 3 walls, by the way.
3 walls.
Tonight goes to the Amalia organization, which provides grief support and bereavement services for children and their families when they've lost a loved one. And it's a really critical organization to me because it was my first career. And I really would appreciate anybody buying anything that is donate to that cause. We've done that before and we'll do it again. So thank you.
Can you stand by your